There were some class assignments and I didn't take it seriously because when I first heard poetry, all I associated with was, Shakespeare and these and thous and language that we don't really speak anymore. And so it wasn't for me. And then when I heard how my sister did poetry, it became interesting for me. I saw myself in it. Obviously, my sister is someone that her life I resonate with because we shared similar experiences. So hearing poetry from her voice showed me that there was a voice in poetry for me too. And so that's what got me writing. I've been writing for about 18 years now, performing for about 13. And it's been a ride.
When I was in grade school, when I was in Fox Middle School in Hartford, I was writing poetry and I really got interested in it. And ever since I can remember, I was always writing. And then someone got a red pen, a teacher got a red pen to my poetry, and it broke my heart. And I didn't pick up a pen for 18 years. And then when I did, I wrote this poem called Peaches that started everything all over again. It was almost like a rebirth. And now I don't allow red pens to my poetry unless, we're doing it for something and something else. But I really decided that it was just going to be a full expression of me, and that's it.
I chose spoken word because my very first experience watching it, I was blown away. And then I volunteered to recite a poem. I read a poem that was just from the Bitter Breakup Blues. And at the end of the night, I think I was 19. At the end of the night, a 55-year-old man came up to me and he said, "I'm 55 years old, and you said something I've been trying to say my entire life." And I was just like, wow, if my sadness, if my my bitter breakup blues can inspire someone, then I'm doing something right. So I continue to write and read in attempts to inspire. And wise man once said, as long as you inspire one person in the room, you've done your job.
That's a great question. I was trying to remember when I started. I've always been writing. As a little girl, journaling was an assignment in second or third grade. And so I would write because I was supposed to, and I got really great feedback from my teacher. And so part of what I enjoyed more than the process of writing was how people responded to what I wrote. And it just gave me a new connection to English and language and just paying attention to the way people say things. So my fourth grade teacher submitted a poem that I wrote to a magazine. And that was the first time someone was really just kind of highlighting, elevating something I did. And I think, to emphasize, I really liked how it felt to be heard more than I enjoyed the writing process early on.
What made me choose poetry? Poetry was an outlet for me to get my emotions out, the things that were bothering me the most. Poetry is very therapeutic. It is a tool to express yourself in ways that are peaceful, that are moving. What got me to poetry was I heard some poets. The first poem that made me see poetry differently was Ursula Rucker on the End of the Roots album. And the way she delivered the poem was different from all the other poems I heard before. And I said, oh wow, you could do so many different things with poetry. It doesn't have to be about birds and trees and flowers and plants. It could be about social things. It could be about personal things. So that was one of the things that definitely drew me into getting into poetry.